Should have brought a watch.
Oh, what do you need to watch for?
To glare at condescendingly.
I guess you're waiting for something. What are you waiting for?
The Leagues of Votann, mate.
Oh, man, it's going to take forever. Come on, let's just play now.
Now look, G-Dub's sending out all these advanced copies of the box. I'm sure ours is on the way.
Oh, man, it's going to take so long. We've got Daemons here, dice already. Let's just play.
It's fine. It's got to be coming. I'm sure it'll be soon. Like, Australia Post takes time.
But it's Korn, man. Korn's here to slay it all. Can't you just use other models?
Well, fine. I'll convert it myself.
Wow! 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 G'day everyone and welcome back to Risky Rollers. I'm your co-host Locky.
And I'm Dalton. And I got squats! Boo! well, I'm excited. And you're excited.
Yeah,
this idiot is here.
Yeah. Look, I'm excited for you guys. I just don't like it.
But you've also got something pretty cool.
Yeah, Daemons.
New Daemons.
So, new Daemons.
Cool. You would have seen him on the stream the other night if you caught that one.
Yes.
But
that was tasty.
It was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Daemons. Sweet.
Yeah.
So we're going to play a game, a smaller game, only 1,000 points.
Yes.
Tempest of War, because there's a little bit of power imbalance going on. just a little bit.
Just a little
But it should be an
bit.
interesting game, and Tempest is always fun.
Yeah, it is.
I want to give a huge thanks to Think Loud Creative for having this epic little turnaround. Come on, touch Tippy's here.
I'm doing multi-tips
Oh, there it is. Getting in there.
Multi-tips, guys.
There we go. But doing an absolutely epic turnaround, getting this episode out for you guys. You get to see the Leagues of Votann on the table the weekend they come out.
And they're special leagues too.
Well, yeah, kind of. I've converted the whole thing. I've been working with Army for quite a long time. Yeah. So it's cool to finally actually use them on the table. If you're a patron, you would have seen them already in one of our narrative episodes.
Yes.
But for everyone else, this will be the first time seeing them. It's pretty cool. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we have to use mine because we haven't got an advanced copy of the box.
We don't.
If you want to see some Australian content and see some Australian guys actually going over all the early stuff, make sure, the best way to do that, hit the subscribe button, make sure you like, you comment and stuff, just all that kind of stuff. It helps us out and it'll get us to that point even faster.
100%. As always, big thanks to all of our sponsors, Dice Arcade, Miniature Scenery, and Trade Tinker.
Absolutely. All the links and discount codes down in the description below. Go to check them out. And of course, a massive thanks to all of our patrons. You guys are amazing. You guys are what let us keep doing this and making it better.
Yes.
And it's great. Now, if you want to talk any squat stuff, any Leagues of Votann, there's a bunch of us going heavy on the new dwarfs. Make sure you're in our Discord. You can tell him how wrong he is and how awesome squats are. Jumping on in down below, completely free, talking all things 40k.
And for all you demon people,
absolutely,
come in there too.
All you followers of chaos and the dark gods, that's the way to be.
Let's see these lists.
All right, I am super excited because we've got the brand new Leagues of Votann finally hitting the table. I've had a chance to play a few games on some of our test streams, so you can go check those out if you're in the Discord. But it's great to finally put them on the table in a battle report, in a proper game. I'm really excited for it. They're so cool. I love squats. Now, I am running an entirely converted army. I've built, converted, and painted them all myself. So there are a few things that aren't quite accurate, and I've been working on them as like a Tempest of Scions counts as. But they do map fairly well to the Leagues of Votann. There's a good way for us to show off a bunch of the units in the new book. So, leading it up in a patrol is, of course, the character Kahl himself. It is Uthar the Destined, or as he has been dubbed in our test streams in the Discord, Charlie the Destined. So, he is just great. I've spent a CP to give him his double Warlord traits, which gives him expensive auras and lets him use his Grim Efficiency ability, which will pop up in the game, got to do with the Judgment tokens, which is pretty cool, twice. And otherwise, he's just great. He's got a bunch of abilities, including making one of the rolls around him an automatic 6 every battle round, which can be really spicy. So I'm hoping to show that off in the game today. I've then taken a second Kahl. Normally, you can't have more than one Kahl per detachment, but because Uthar the Destined is a high Kahl, you can actually take a regular one as well. So this Kahl has the Volkanite Disintegrator and a mass concussion fist. It's pretty standard stuff. I haven't given him any other upgrades. Also in this patrol, as the troop's choice, are a unit of 10 Hearthkyn Warriors. These are your basic troops and your only troop's choice for the Leagues of Votann. And I've taken a unit of 10 of them and I've just given them all the upgrades. The Thane, which is the Sergeant, has a plasma sword and an EtaCarn plasma pistol. Then I've got a Medipack, which gives me a bunch of benefits to durability. A multi-wave comms array, which for this unit counts my Kahl's aura as 24 inches of reroll ones, which is pretty amazing, but only for units with this comms array. I've given it the comms array and I've given it a pan spectral scanner, so it ignores light cover and gives it the scanner keyword. Won't come up too much with Tempest of War, but in regular games, it's a really little spicy upgrade. Then for heavy weapons, I've got a Magnum Rail Rifle. Of course, they're amazing, and I'm going to show them off today. It's just an incredible weapon. As well as an EtaCarn Plasma Beamer, because beam weapons are cool. Then the rest of them I've upgraded to give them all Ion Blasters as well. So they're shorter range, but they pack a much bigger punch. Then over in fast attack, I've got a unit of 3 Hearthkyn Pioneers. These are your bikes. They're obsec to start with, which is amazing. They have a 12-inch pre-game move and move 12 inches in general. They're accelerated, so I can spend a CP to shoot them up the board an additional 12 inches. They're incredible. Plus, they've got some really serious firepower. I've given the unit a rotary cannon, the High Las rotary cannon, which is a Hunter 9 weapon, so 9 shots coming out of it. Pretty spicy already. They've also all got Magna Rail autocannons built in, bolt shotguns, bolt pistols, concussion grenades, and then I've given them a multi-wave comms array and a roll bar searchlight. So the roll bar searchlight ignores dense cover and does a few other things for me as well that interact with stratagems. And the multi-wave comms array, as mentioned before, means that it counts my Kahl's aura buff as 24 inches, which is just amazing. They'll be getting reroll ones all over the place. Then also in fast attack is a unit of 2 Sagitors. Now the Sagitors are the little moon buggy transports. They're actually quite useful little vehicles in their own right. I've given them both the big old ion beamers. They're 20 points a pop, but they are just incredible heavy firepower. They also then have inbuilt twin bolt cannons, which are already great anti-infantry and chaff clearance. So one of the things that I will mention here is the way Sagitors work as transports. So they only have a transport capacity of 5 models, and you may have noticed I can only take units of 10 Hearthkyn Warriors, or 20. They can't fit into a transport with only 5 models. However, because I've taken 2 Sagitors in one unit, I can actually use this to combat squad the Hearthkyn Warriors into 2 separate squads of 5 and put each of them in a Sagittor. It's the only way in the book to get smaller squads of Hearthkyn Warriors, and personally I think it's really spicy. It makes them so much more efficient because you can put all your heavy weapons on one thing and all your close combat and close range stuff in the other. They're pretty cool. Finally, bringing up the list are a unit of 3 Brockia Thunderkin. These are your exosuit modeled dwarves with the big heavy cannons. I love the new models, and I've converted up a bunch of these out of some ambots and stuff. They're really expensive models to put together, but they're pretty cool. I'm really proud of them, and I'm keen to see them on the table. I've given them all the SP conversion beamer for an additional 5 points for one of the few instances of long-range firepower the leagues actually have access to. So I haven't tried this one out yet, but I want to see how it goes on the table. Just sort of trying to push a little bit longer range, keep those demons a little further back. And that's the list. That's the patrol in the list. I've then spent an additional 2 CP on an auxiliary support detachment for me to bring along an extra character. In this case, it's a Grimnir. These are essentially the living ancestors. These are the old psychic dwarfs, and they come along with 2 little Korv models, which are the little robot helpers. Now, this one cost me 80 points, and I've spent another 25 to upgrade it to a high Grimnir, which adds 6 inches to its powers, as well as gives it benefits to cast when it's near models with judgment tokens. Its powers are interface echo, so it can regenerate CP, and fortify, because +1 toughness and a 6+ feel no pain is hilarious. And that's pretty much the list. I'm also going to mention the 2 Korv models I've used are the only genuine squat models in the entire army. And they're all 1992 gyrocopters from the old Epic game, which is just really cool. But that's the list. It's 1,000 points, 997 to be exact. 1,000 points of squat goodness. We're going to hit the table, kill some demons, and have a great old time.
Alrighty, demon fans, here we are. It's only 1,000 points today, as we have said before, but alas, we will still make it fun. It's gonna be awesome. So today I'm bringing a single patrol, and it's only of Khorne. I think Khorne has gotten a really big glow up with this book, and I think it's quite easy to play, and it's gonna be a good showcase. It might counter some of the league stuff, the broken things a little bit, especially with things like the demon saves and stuff, which we'll get through in the game. So as our first HQ choice, we have of course a Bloodthirster. Well, it's an Exalted Bloodthirster. We've paid the 40 points for the Indomitable Onslaught, basically phase locking him to only 8 wounds per phase, which should come up in handy. On top of that, we've also given it the Blood Drinker Talisman, making I can get wounds back. And on top of that, that's the relic. And then on top of that, the Warlord trait is Devastating Blow, meaning that Dalton will not be able to ignore any wounds given. So awesome. Our second HQ choice is Karanak. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. However, the first time I read it, I thought it was Karnak because that's super cool. The 3-headed doggo is just really cool. It gives me access to denies. I'm not sure if Dalton's bringing psychers, but I've got denies. I've got ways to give some mortal wounds out as well. So I think it's a little cool, cheap character. Moving on into our troops, we have 2 units of Bloodletters. You're capped at 10. Can't do anything with them, it's just how they are. And then we've also got the icon and the musician in each unit because they don't cost anything. Open up strats, it's really cool. In our elite's choice, we have a single unit of Blood Crushers. That's it, Blood Crushers. So, you know, big Juggernaut, Karen, there's some cool strats for them. They've gotten a big increase in terms of their durability and their efficacy as well. We'll be able to show off things like the Malefic rule and other bits and pieces. So I think they're a really cool option. I think you're going to see a lot of them moving forward. And then finally, in our fast attack choice, we have a single unit of 7 Fleshhounds. I really like Fleshhounds. They're really cheap, they're fast, they're decent in combat, but they also give access to denies. So overall, the list actually has 4 denies. Might not necessarily come in handy in this game, like I said, if Dalton doesn't have Psychers, but having Khorne with 4 denies, so 2 from Karanak, 1 from the Fleshhounds, and then 1 from the Stratagem, gives us a bit of play to not be so demolished by mortal wounds or psychic powers on the defense. So that's the list, short and sweet, nice and easy, 997 points. I start with 1 CP. Let's get into it and smash these minuscule Space Dwarfs. Ah.
All right, we've deployed on a lovely Ice Eldar table for Dwarfs and Demons.
Yeah.
I imagine you've already eradicated the Eldar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, Demons.
Demons. We're here.
We've got the best shooting in the game, period.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Against what's one of the best combat armies in the game, Khorne Demons.
Yeah, probably.
Which is pretty cool. It's going to be an interesting
And decent durability in range too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The durability actually worries me a little bit.
Okay.
Because Demons have demon saves. I can't touch that.
Nope, you cannot.
But yeah. So let's take a look at the board.
Yes.
And then the mission.
Yes.
And then our deployment.
Yes.
So it's lovely sceneries from miniaturescenery.com. All this lovely MDF Eldar terrain. 2 big pieces in the middle are obscuring. The whole thing, big old L-shaped obscuring thing.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. And then we've got 2 obscuring pieces over here and here as well.
Yes.
All of which are also ruins, so light cover, etc.
Yeah.
We've got 2 regular ruins at each end here.
With the portals.
With the portals, because they're cool.
Yeah.
And then we've got little barricades around and 2 big old dense Eldar magic thingamabobs.
Yep.
Thingamajiggies.
Thingamajigos.
Yeah,
Yep.
jiggers.
They're Tesla coils. Eldar Tesla
Eldar,
coils.
yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Cool. And then we've drawn our Tempest of War mission.
Yes, we have.
We've got Crucible of Battle for the deployment, which is big old angles on the table,
Yeah.
like that. As you can see, we've deployed well within those.
Yes.
We drew Direct Assault for our primary mission,
Yes.
which is very straightforward. It's control 1, control 2, or control more objectives than your opponent,
Yes.
etc., etc. And then you gain extra points for controlling objective markers you didn't control at the start of your turn, and so on, and killing opponents in range. Which is pretty cool. And then we've got Vox Static, which is our mission rule, which is like a twist.
Yeah.
Vox Static, demons are here and they're just messing with the Vox and all the command stuff.
And life.
And yeah, exactly. So the command reroll for 2 CP instead of 1 CP.
Which is
Extra
crazy
CP.
considering, like, I don't know how many you start with. But
None.
I only start with 1. Yeah,
I got none. I've spent all 3 of mine.
So probably no
Yeah.
CP rerolls this game, which is how we like it, because CP
Absolutely.
rerolls is stupid.
Yep. And no wound rerolls either. So that's good.
Yeah, cool. I don't have any of that either, so that's fine.
Now, because it is a smaller mission, we've only got 4 objectives. And you'll also notice we're on a larger table because we just think the larger table size is better for smaller missions. It's quite good.
Yep.
So I placed one over here in this ruin.
Yes, you did. And then my next one I placed over yonder. There. And then you placed one here.
Yep. And then you popped one in the other dense area over there.
Yeah. So being Tempest is cooler because you can put, objectives.
Put it in buildings.
Onto buildings.
These are important to Eldar Tesla coils.
Exactly. It's for power.
Yep.
Power.
Because demons want all the power. Apparently.
Exactly. It's warp. It's like warp coils. Warp Tesla coils. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Exactly.
Logic.
Good stuff.
All right. I'll start with my deployment over here. So I pretty much just suckered everything in behind the Obscuring because I don't want to get shot.
Yep.
So we got the Blood Crushers in the front there. We have the unit of 7 Flesh Hounds in the back. Karnaks in the front. The Bloodthirster is next to Karnak. And then we have a unit of 5 times 2 Bloodletters for a total of 10. And then we have another unit of 10 over here. So I tried to stay as best I could behind the Obscuring to avoid lines of fire because I actually have no idea what your army does. Like aside from being stupid with the tokens and all these other bits and pieces. A lot of that's gonna start happening. So I'm like, okay, well let's just try and stay out of line of fire and just see. The only thing that hampers in Khorne in the situation was not very fast. There's fast aspects of this.
You're faster than I am. Way faster.
Well, you'd hope so. Yeah. You'd bloody hope so. But yeah, that's my deployment. It's pretty stock standard. We're a combat army. We want to hide ourselves as much as possible and then burst out. So I actually kind of don't want to get turn 1, funnily enough, in this. So yeah. Yeah,
fair enough. So I've sort of done a similar thing, but also prepared for getting that turn 1 if I end up with it. I've got the unit of Brocky Thunderkin back here, all hidden behind this ruin, mainly so they can jump on there and shoot away. And if not, they're a little bit further back. And I have Uthar the Destined hanging out with them, just chilling down there, getting some look out, sir, and going to give them some cool rerolls and things.
Against all the shooting that I don't have.
Yeah. Well, look, it's well, you've got like a flamer on your Bloodthirster.
Yeah, 12-inch flame.
Exactly. He doesn't want to get flamed, and he's not going to get flamed. We've got the Grimnir back here on this objective with its 2 little corves. And then the 2 Sagittars must deploy within 6 inches of one another, but then act as independent vehicles the rest of the game. And they each have 5 Hearthkyn Warriors in them. The one with all the Tyranid trophies has my long-range unit with the Magna Rail rifle and the Medipack. And the other one has the Plasma Beamer, the Sergeant, Multiwave Comms Array, and the Pan-Spectral Scanner in it as well.
Cool.
And then finally, Hearthkyn Pioneers, my bikes, they're down here. They have a 12-inch pre-game move, so they can go anywhere they want. I can be aggressive if I go first. I can be defensive if I go second. We'll see how that goes.
12-inch pre-game move.
Yeah.
That is so stupid.
To be fair, there's some of the slower bikes in the game.
They move, what, 7?
No, 12, but not 14 inches like Outriders and
Doesn't matter when you have a 12-inch?
That's true. It's good.
I thought 6 was, or 9. Someone else gets 9. Who gets 9? GSC get 9.
They get 9, but they get 14-inch move, so it kind of evens out pretty quickly. It does. So,
turn 1.
Big old turn 1 roll-off. I don't think either of us want it.
Nah. On a 4. Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. It's another 4.
Get a 4. Get a 4. Get a 4.
Ah! I gotta go first. All right. Good luck. Good game.
Yeah.
We'll be back for.
Oh no. Do your things.
Oh yes. Well, it's command phase stuff.
Okay.
Pre-game move first.
We'll be back.
Otherwise, I can get little advantages.
Love. Turn 1. Coming back.
Alright, I've drawn some objectives and I've moved. So, the objectives I drew to start with were Battlefield Supremacy, which essentially means I need to control 3 objectives and I score points.
More.
Sorry?
3 and more.
Oh, 3 objectives and more than my opponent.
Yeah. Which you'll do.
Which I'll do. Behind enemy lines, which I drew after drawing...
investigate sites?
No, it was after drawing Hold the Line.
You did investigate sites?
Yeah, I'll get that in a minute. Right, Battlefield Supremacy. Very nice. And then behind enemy lines, after drawing Hold the Line, which I must shuffle back into my deck because it's the first turn. And then I drew Investigate Sites and spent a CP to replace it when I drew Blood and Guts, which is kill 2 things in combat.
Yeah.
So that'll be a slower burn, but I think I can probably still get there.
That's not what happened, FYI, everybody.
Well, it's very close to that. It was the other order of those 2 things was what I pulled out there, but it was halfway through it there. Yeah. So cool. So I drew those. I've spent a CP, and then I've moved around. So this Sagittor has advanced up here, moving it 6 inches in addition, because it's accelerated.
Yes.
So it's holding this objective, and is just over there, little sacrificial unit. I'm sure it's about to take a bloodthirster to the face.
Probably.
The other Sagittor is shuffled over here, just so it's prepared for my next turn, as has Kahl, the Kahl down here. Then we've got Uthar the Destined has just touched into this terrain, still alongside the Brock here, Thunderkin. All of them staying outside of 24 inches of the Bloodthirst, so they can't be charged this turn. And then the Grimnir has just moved back a little bit here. It's got line of sight to some of my stuff. It'll have good line of sight of this area over here, so I can sort of set up for future turns. Finally, the Hearthkyn Pioneers, they got Uthar's command reroll, so Chatmaster rerolls.
These names are hilarious.
And then they are. They're squat bikers.
Yeah.
They're over here. They can shoot and charge these demons to try and get some early kills on the board.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
I haven't done my Warp Storm points,
Would you?
which I shall do now.
So you roll 8 dice.
Roll 8 dice on 4 ups. I get points, not victory points. Points to use on stuff. Oh, that's good. I got 5.
Very nice.
That's tasty.
So the warp is strong at the moment.
Yeah.
It's swirling around you. It's giving you 5 warp storm points, and you can use those to dictate what the warp storm will do to benefit your army.
Yeah. Have you got a psychic phase?
I do.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So
go into it.
let's crack on with the psychic phase. The Grimnir is going to try and so you're denies. Do you have to be in any sort of range?
After range.
Right,
That's
cool.
what I was saying before. Even the strat's still 24, and
Lovely.
then everything else is normal denies.
Cool. So the Grimnir is going to try and cast Interface Echo, needing a 5. This will generate me a CP.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Weirdly enough, it's immune, which I do get with 7. It's exempt from the CP regen limit, which is weird. It shouldn't be, but it is.
So you can get it in addition to the 1 cap per thing.
Exactly, yeah. But the only way to get that in the entire Leagues of Votann book is with a Greater Thurian League Warlord trait, and you want a different Warlord trait. So
Don't all the additional CP things like powers and stuff are tacked on top of as well?
this one specifies that it isn't from that, the power itself,
Oh, right, okay.
which is strange. But I gain a CP going back up to 1, because I spent 1 to change my secondaries.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
And then I'm going to try and cast Fortify, which will need a 6. And I do not get it, but that's okay because I'm not in range of anything.
So what does Fortify do?
Fortify would give me +1 toughness and a 6+ feel no pain on one of my units.
Pretty good.
I think it needs to be infantry or biker, so couldn't do it on the Sagittors because that'd be hilarious.
Cool. Is that one dude just out there on his own?
Yeah, he's hanging out.
Okay.
We haven't got shooting, as you pointed
No,
out.
sorry.
I mean, he is still protected with Sagittor, but
Yeah.
he's just hanging out. He's also at, everything's out of charge range, but you can definitely glare at him. So yeah.
Gonna glare.
Gonna glare real good. So, on to shooting. The only thing, so that one advanced. So the Sagittor has hunter weapons everywhere, so it can't fire anything.
Cool. I don't know what that is, but yeah, cool.
So hunter weapons are just a new weapons type, just like rapid fire, heavy, assault, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And its special rule is that it doesn't have a special rule. There's no, you can't advance and shoot it. You don't double your number of shots at all. You just fire the number of shots that it has on the profile. It's just a basic, generic, here's a thing.
Okay.
That's what it does.
As in, it can't be modified, or any
Like you can still modify it with anything that would modify number of shots. Not that we have
Actually,
any of it.
yeah, you do,
But
yeah.
some armies might modify how many number of shots you get from weapons.
Yeah, okay.
Something tells me that's a thing.
Okay.
But in this case,
I'm just not sure if it's similar to that Malefic rule where you can't. They specifically say you can't.
it's not
adjust
not
them.
as definite as that. It's
Okay.
not like you get extra attacks with these or extra shots.
Yeah.
These are just the number of shots your weapon has, and there's no special things about them.
So then, can you, if you have a way to put exploding 6s, can that proc exploding 6s?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. It's just a weapons type.
Okay, yeah.
That's it. That's how that works. Now I could not see any demons with either of my Kahls, so I couldn't put out any judgment tokens yet, which is fine. We'll crack right on with some shooting.
Just here.
The only thing that can see and shoot anything.
So I will say
Hearthkyn
before you
Pioneers.
shoot, I would have, in a situation where if there was a lot more shooting coming my way, I'd probably spend 3 of my points to my Warp Storm points on Descending Shadow. So if I'm outside of 12 inches, he'd be -1 to hit. So considering that nothing is actually going to shoot me except for this, and he's within 12 anyway, I'm not going to spend the points for that. I'm going to hold them for some other things that'll come up in my next turn.
Very nice.
So yeah.
So.
Tasty.
Moment.
And also, because I am Holy Corn, I'll only be able to pick from Corn and the full undivided list. So, yay.
All right, so I think he's out of 12. Would you care to measure that one for me? So the Hearthkyn Pioneers have a whole bunch of weapons. Yeah, well out. Cool. So the other two should be in there.
Yeah.
So they've all got bolt shotguns, which is just cool. They've also
As in they shoot like
they're bolt gun shotguns.
So they're grenade launcher shotguns, right? Essentially.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. They've all got Magna coil autocannons built into their bikes, which are nice. And then one of them has a high-las rotary cannon. So this is...
Is that guy?
It's the guy with his single, like, one-armed pistol wielding a Gatling gun.
Yeah, it seems very Western.
Yeah, absolutely. it's cool. The actual models have...
Steampunk, sorry, I meant steampunk.
Yeah.
Steampunk, yeah.
The actual models have a guy standing on the back, like a second guy on the back with the cannon. So, I'll start with the bolt shotguns, because I believe you're all T4. You got a 3-up save against shooting? 4-up save.
Score 4s.
One wound each?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, so it doesn't really matter. So 2 bolt shotguns, which are just assault 2. So these are assault weapons, which is nice.
Yep.
I think...
So it's not everything.
It's not everything.
That's weird.
Most things are. There's like 1 or 2 assault, 1 or 2 heavy weapons.
Okay.
That's about it. In fact, this might be the only assault weapon in the entire book.
Yep.
So they're assault 2, and there's 2 of them in range. They'll be hitting on 3s. I've got 2 hits, and then wounding you on 4s.
Yep.
T4. Strength 5, so 3s.
Cool.
Cool. 2 wounds. AP's irrelevant.
Yeah, 4s. Okay.
Kills
guys.
So, bolt shotgun, then the Magna Coil autocannons are Hunter 3. And all 3 of them are in range for these. They're 24-inch range.
Nice.
So hitting on 3s again.
Cool.
There are stratagems I can use to reroll hits against things, but things need to have judgment tokens to start with, which I don't have here. I could now spend a CP to put a judgment token on your unit.
Do you have CP?
I do have one.
I'm
not going to. I'm not going to do it here.
Yep.
Because I've got the roll bar searchlight on one of the bikes, and they've caused any damage to your unit. Thank you, mate.
Yep.
I could spend a CP on light them up and put a judgment token on them after I finish shooting the entire unit.
Cool.
But since there's no other shots going in, it's fine. Cool. Hitting on 3s. Alrighty, a few misses there. But I'm Chapter Master rerolls, so rerolling all those.
Do you want to reroll the other 2 then as well?
What are the 2?
Well, the other 2 that missed.
Oh, that's fine.
All right.
We've moved on.
We have.
And then I do have the Greater Thurian League reroll 1 hit roll or 1 wound roll, so I can pull that out in a minute as well.
Okay.
Wounding on 3s as well, I believe. The Magna Coil autocannon, yep, strength 7, and it's 2 damage, not that it's relevant here. Cool. Cock die there.
Oh, not a great roll. So you can pick 1 to reroll, right?
Pick 1 to reroll with the Greater Thurian League reroll.
Yep.
So that one there. Cool. That's all right.
Nice.
So 5 of them, and you get 4-up save.
4s.
These are AP -1, 2 damage. Not that it matters here.
No, 3 die.
3 die. And then I have the high-las rotary cannon, which is Hunter 9, which is pretty cool. And this one is high-las rotary cannon, 24 inches, Hunter 9, strength 6, -2, 1 damage. So it'll be 3s and 3s.
Well, Jesus, that's a lot of 6s.
If only I had a judgment token. Those would all be auto wounds.
Oh, auto wounds here, right.
Yeah. Cool, so 1 miss. And then these will be wounding on 3s.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
Cool.
Cool, so it'll be 7 wounds there.
7. Oh, can the squad stay alive? Oh, pretty well. Okay. Well, so 4 die. So there's 2 left.
Cool. Alrighty. That works fairly well because I'm going to try and charge them so I can kill them in combat because blood and guts is a thing.
Cool.
I kind of don't want to though because I want to score points here. You still have to take leadership, don't you, for demons?
I imagine so, probably. Which is weird, but
well,
yeah.
I mean, you cause -1 leadership, but I don't think something else for that.
And
All right.
Our leadership is 7, so you know.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. All right. Well, given that, I'm actually going to look at that and go, I can't shoot anything else. Because of my secondaries, one of them is blood and guts, which is kill stuff in combat. But you're going to come to me for combat. So I think I'm happy to let that be, and I'll just pick that up if I can when I do it. And I'm not going to charge them. I'm just going to score battlefield supremacy for holding 3 objectives and more than you. And that'll wrap up my turn.
So in your fight,
Yep.
in your fight phase,
Yes.
I'm going to spend my 2 CP.
Oh, hello. Here we go.
Yeah, so I'm going to spend 2 CP on Frenetic Bloodlust.
Frenetic Bloodlust.
So basically, I get to pick a Bloodletter unit
Yep.
and make a normal move if I'm not within engagement range.
Oh, this is cool.
So I'm going to pick this unit back here.
Yep.
And we're just basically going to 6-inch move to get closer.
Cool.
Potentially here, maybe. We'll
Very
see.
nice.
It'll be a bit of a Hail Mary anyway, but hey, that's what we do.
Oh, look, it's demons. You're angry. You're in a frenetic bloodlust. It's what you do.
That's what we do.
Cool. You got to be fast too, because you're made of lava and you're on an ice planet. It's not a good combination.
Well, for the ice, right?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't work if you keep sinking into it.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool. All right. So the Bloodletter's moving a 6-inch move, 2 CP for that. So it's in my. Can you end that move in engagement range?
So if you're in engagement range, it's only a pile-in.
Right.
And then it only costs 1.
If you're not, can you get into engagement range with that move?
It says move closest to the... It doesn't say. It says it must end its move closer to the nearest enemy, visible enemy.
So I think you probably could in engagement range, which
Move
is kind
into
of cool.
engagement range, which is pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a free charge.
Yeah, cool. Well, I think at the end of that, I think you owe me a morale, and that's going to be about it.
Yeah. Here we go, 1! No.
4 in a bunch, so 1 will run.
1 will run, and then on a 1 or a 2.
Yep,
of course.
There we go. Okay. It's actually really annoying. I wanted them to charge me, and
Yeah,
I
well, I
killed
mean, it's
2
got
of
to
them.
deny you points, right?
It does, yeah. No. Curse you in your bad roll.
Hilarious.
All right. So I think that means we'll be back for Chaos Demons Con turn 1.
Whoop! Okay, that was kind of expected. Not from morale, but
No, that was, yeah.
yeah, I was kind of hoping that you'd charge me, and then at least we could have some fun.
I was hoping that they wouldn't die and you would charge me, and the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so we have moved around. So the Blood Crushers have moved out here. We've got a 9-inch charge onto the, whatever that thing is.
Sagittal.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Bloodfest has come out. We've got a 5-inch charge over there.
Very tasty.
Karnak has stayed back because we need to hold the objective to gain our CP. And then the Flesh Hounds have just meandered over here as well because we're going to want to try and zoop out later.
Cool.
We've moved our standard 6 inches because we have no advance and charge or anything, but we will be spending some CP to help make sure this happens. It's an 11, so, you know.
It's very doable.
It's very doable.
Very doable.
I've also, so that's my movement.
Cool.
I've also spent 2 of my Warp Storm points on Otherworldly Tread, meaning I will ignore all modifiers to move, advance, and charge rolls.
Very nice.
So it's going to help over here, not having neg
Through the
2s
dance.
and stuff.
Yep.
So, winner.
Cool.
And then my mission, my secondaries. So I got no prisoners. So I just keep a kill tally of stuff.
Models or wounds?
I'll read it in a second.
Cool.
M model. So 15 models, and then it's scored.
Beautiful.
Which is probably her army. Battlefield Supremacy. It's the same one that Dalton has.
Yep. You got to control 3 objectives
if I can
and
make,
more than me.
If I can make this charge, I should be able to
definitely
do
take
that. So it kind of rests on here.
Yep.
And then finally, attempting target.
Ooh.
So this is when this secondary mission is generated, your opponent must identify 1 objective marker in no man's land. This secondary objective is achieved at the end of your turn if you control the identified objective marker.
Which
So
will be
obviously
this one
gonna be
here,
this one.
because it all counts
Hail
on
Mary.
that charge.
Hail Mary.
And I want you to charge me, because blood and guts.
Yeah. Cool. So that's all that.
Cool.
This stuff can all just bugger off for now. So I still have 3 Warp Storm points, which is a bit annoying because, well...
All the good ones are 4 and 5.
How many wounds do these guys have each?
They have 3 wounds each, and the gunner has 4, because there's supposed to be a dude in the back.
Okay. So I'm actually going to spend... Hold on, what else do I have? 3-inch auras, no. No. Terror, no. So I'm going to spend 2 more points of Burning Terror.
Ooh.
Yes. So use this because we're going into. Sorry, I should have caveat there. Because we're going into the shooting phase.
Yep.
Use this effect at the start of the shooting phase. Roll 1d6 for each enemy unit within 24 inches of any Yeah,
Hasty.
any
Legiones Demonica.
It's Legiones, yeah. Legiones Demonica Khorne unit from your army that is wholly within an area terrain feature.
Oh. Which is none of them.
Okay, so...
I assume you don't want to spend those two warps on
I missed that point. I was like, oh, that's wholly within a terrain feature. That's super lame. Anyway,
I'm assuming you're like pointing at a terrain feature and like setting it on fire.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
So
that's
on a 6, it would have done D3 models. So
okay.
it would have been cool because it would have been like, oh, here, or here, or here, or here. And it would have been, yeah, okay. So I hope they remove the terrain feature part.
It's kind of cool. Or at least wholly within. Needs to be within.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, sorry, I'm just quickly checking
over.
All right, so we're gonna, because I have to use them, right? And I don't really have anything else. I would like to use Fury of Khorne, but that's 4. That's for +1 attack, yada yada. But I've used my 2 because getting my charges is a little bit more important.
Yes.
And I'm already pretty effective in combat.
Yep.
So I'll use these last 3 for Primeval Terror. So it's used at the start of the turn, but whatever.
Yeah.
Until the end of the turn, while an enemy unit is within range of the Demonic Terror ability, so 6 inches
Leadership.
of anyone,
Yep.
subtract 1 from their leadership characteristics.
So this is in addition to your initial -1 to leadership.
So we're
They'll be -2. Scary demons.
which is cool.
Very nice.
So shooting, Bloodthirst is just going to shoot his flamer.
He's going to flame me. No.
He's going to flamer. So it's Assault D6, auto hitting for 1.
Classic.
Strength 5.
Hey, 5.
Neg 2.
Neg 2.
Yeah.
So it becomes -1 because of Void Armor. So 4+.
Okay. So is Void Armor just Armor of Contempt?
Armor of Contempt, but you also can't reroll wounds or damage.
Okay.
So the where are we?
So you passed that, right?
No, I failed that one.
Oh, okay. Just 1 damage.
Just 1 damage.
Yep.
So I go down to 8 wounds remaining.
Cool. I'm just going to double check that the Blood Crushers don't have a... No, they don't. Cool. Charges.
Let's get them.
So...
Where are you going first?
I'll do Bloodthirst first.
Now, there's an interesting one here, which is while I could try and Overwatch you here and just do the damage, because the Bloodthirst is phase locked for 8 wounds, I'm happy enough for that to die. This one matters more. So carry on.
Go.
Good sir.
Well, we fail, which is hilarious.
Yep.
Which means I'll have to spend my CP
Which
there.
costs 2 CP.
Oh, it does. So
you can't.
That doesn't happen. So that really sucks.
All right. Bloodthirster's like...
I needed a 5 and I rolled a 4.
It was all the bright, shiny warp lights. He was like, oh, look at all this. And he just forgot he was angry for a minute there.
Yeah, that's super lame.
He'll remember in a minute, though, because he failed to charge and now he's pissed.
Blood Crushers.
Yep.
Nope. Needing a 9. And then over here, I am going to spend my CP.
Yep.
Just for the Hail Mary. This is on the Khorne stratagem called Banner of Blood. I get an extra D6. So I get 3d6 charge.
Yep. Picking the highest.
Yeah.
Before you roll that one,
the lowest.
I am overwatching.
Oh yeah.
Because why wouldn't I?
Yeah. Well, let's just see if I get it in.
Okay. Yeah.
We need 11.
Let's do it. No. Okay. Well, I am overwatching anyway because why wouldn't I take the chance to shoot at you?
Yep.
So
you'll only get those 2.
It'll only be those 2.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 sets of Magna Coil autocannons hitting on 6s.
Cool.
All right, 1 hit with Chapter Master rerolls. Thank you and good night.
Nice.
3 hits.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Wounding on 3s. All right, 1 wound. Doesn't matter. 4 ups.
Nope.
Cool. And then there is going to be the Hunter 9 spinny thing. And then those 2, at least one of them's in range. Are both of them within 12 inches?
Yeah, these guys. Yeah, well, it was 11
of course, yeah, cool. So there'll be 2 shotguns in a minute as well.
Cool.
With the high-las rotary cannon.
Cool.
Cock die there. Nope. And I'll reroll all of those.
Oh, right, 6s. I was like, well, that's pretty good.
That's better. And I'll reroll another one while I'm here with the Thurian League.
No, can't reroll a reroll.
Oh, of course, yes. That is correct, so I wouldn't be using it there anyway.
Yes.
Winning on 3s. 2 wounds.
Cool.
4 ups again.
4s.
Okay, another 2. And then the shotguns. 6s. 1 6, and then rerolls for Chapter Master.
Pretty good.
2 more 6s, as in 2 in total.
Yep.
3s. 1 wound, and I'll reroll that one with the Thurian League reroll. There we go. 2 wounds.
4s. Nope. Oh, 2.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Pretty bad.
Yep. I think that means you owe me morale for them too.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
We will. Yep.
Good. I love it.
Yay! Something
But now
happened.
that doesn't regen demons anymore, does it? The
Nah.
one. That's unfortunate.
No, you don't get any.
The banner regening demons was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was an interesting turn.
That was super boring.
Yeah.
And that really sucked. So, yeah, nothing happened.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's the turn.
So we'll be back for League's turn 2.
Yes.
All right. So there's kind of a lot that happened before movement, so I'll have to go through some of that.
Yeah.
The end of the battle round, I discarded Blood and Guts because I've realised that shooting is what this army is good at.
Yeah.
Not killing stuff in combat. He doesn't want to come into combat apparently.
Yeah,
so,
apparently.
So I'm going to shoot it.
Colin's
instead.
like, nah.
Yeah, he's not happening.
Nah.
So I discarded that one, and then I drew 2 more at the start of my turn. I got Assassination, need to kill a character, which isn't going to happen this turn, but over the course of the game.
Yep.
And I also drew no prisoners.
Nice.
So I've got to kill 15 models, which will be a struggle.
Now it will be, yeah.
Yeah, given that I've already killed 15.
Yeah, yeah.
And I still have behind enemy lines, which I'm not going to pick up this turn, but again, I will get there.
Nice.
Maybe.
So what's happened?
So what happened was, at the start of my turn, I went up a CP again, up to 2. I had my Kahl, who could see these blood letters, put a judgment token on them. At the end of your turn, I should mention as well, because these flesh hounds were on an objective marker that you control, I get to pick 1 unit that satisfies those conditions and put a judgment token on them at the end of your turn.
Yep.
So I put it on those flesh hounds because it's really all that I'm going to be able to shoot at.
Yep.
So this Kahl used his Grim Efficiency ability to put a judgment token on them. Then Uthar the Destined, who was back here, who can see all sorts of things, put a judgment token on both the Bloodthirster and on the Skull Crushers.
Blood Crushers. Yep.
Blood Crushers, sorry. The Juggernauts.
Yep.
Because he's a high Kahl, he can do that twice, so 1 on each. And then I spent 1 CP on the Greater Thurian League stratagem called Appraising Glare, which is to do that, to essentially put 2 out instead of 1 for 1 time you use it. So I did that.
So once per game?
No, once per turn. You can do it every turn, but it's only for 1 of the uses of this ability.
Oh, right, okay.
And so I did it on the Skull Crushers because I figured I can't kill the Bloodthirster this turn. It's gonna come and kill some of my stuff, so it's gonna get more tokens itself. So I can put it on the Skull Crushers instead.
Cool.
And that's what I've done.
Nice.
And then I moved around.
Those guys got out.
Yes, so these guys got out of the Sagittor and shuffled around there. They're all within 18 of the Blood Crushers. They've got the Magna Rail Rifle and the Medipack, as well as the Pan-Spectral Scanner, and the Multi-Wave Comms Array. Look at all the things.
Nice.
Because that's where it'll matter. The Sagittor here then just shuffled around this way. It's got a beam weapon, so it can actually line up both the Bloodthirster and the Blood Crushers.
Cool.
Lots of blood, lots of skulls.
Lots of crushers.
Good. Kahl moved up here as well. And Uthar the Destined shuffled over here, as did the 3 Brockir Thunderkin, all touching into the terrain. They can all see the Bloodthirster and the Blood Crushers.
Cool.
With their conversion beamers. And they're all outside of 15 inches of the Bloodthirster, so their attacks are stronger.
Cool.
Because that's what conversion beamers do.
Yep.
Pretty cool. The Grimnir has moved out as well, staying on the objective, because it'll need that in future turns, but it can now see the Bloodthirster, and isn't quite at 18 inches of range, so there's not really any point, but it's there.
There. It's doing a thing.
Having a good time.
Yep.
These Hearthkyn Pioneers then moved their 12 inches around this way. They can all see something to shoot at, mainly the Flesh Hounds.
And the
Blood Crushers.
And the blood letters.
The blood.
A lot of blood, lot of crush,
Yeah.
lot of hounds, lot of meh.
Yeah. So they can shoot all sorts of stuff there as well.
Yes.
And that's pretty much it. Move on to Psychic.
Cool. Before you do that,
Oh, of
I'll
course.
do my Warp Storm. I think it should be doing it at the start, but I'll just do it on camera for you guys.
Yeah.
So, force. Cool. We got 4.
All right. Perfectly average.
That's what we want.
Good for you.
It's good for me because I'm going to spend 3 straight away.
Very nice.
For the one I was going to spend last time, everyone, which is Descending Shadow. So
Ooh.
anything outside of 3 is -1 to hit.
Outside of 12?
12, sorry.
Outside of 3 would be amazing.
3 was
Wow.
the points. Outside of 12 inches of shooting is -1 to hit. So I
Cool.
think it will come into play with a lot of stuff. So.
Yep. Cool. Well, let's move on to Psychic Phase.
Cool.
I'm going to cast Interface Echo once again, needing a 5. Getting a 4, so it fails. Okay, cool. And I'll leave that. I can't re-roll it anyway.
Yep.
And then I will try and cast Fortify,
Yep.
needing a 6. also failing.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. And then that's it.
That's it.
Cool.
Moving on.
On to shooting.
Yep.
So there are a few things where this will matter than the order in which I do them.
Yep.
The first one is this unit, all the way down here, of Hearthkyn Pioneers.
Wouldn't your
Hearthkyn Warriors.
beam matter? So you can damage both?
The beam will, but I don't think they're going to kill the entire unit of Blood Crushers in one go.
Oh, okay.
And they're only just in 18 inches of range for their Iron Blasters.
Yeah, right.
So they're all going to shoot the Blood Crushers.
Okay.
One of them has the Magna Rail Cannon, and the rest of them have the Iron Blasters.
Okay.
So I'll start with the 4 Iron Blasters. Now, the Blood Crushers have 2 Judgment Tokens on them, as discussed. So the way Judgment Tokens work, in the Eye of the Ancestor special rule, is that if you have 1 Judgment Token, then 6 is to hit, automatically wound. If you have 2, it's 5, and if you have 3, it's 4s to hit, automatically wound.
They don't go away, everyone.
No, Judgment Tokens just stick around the whole game. There's no way to get rid of them, which there should be, but there's not. Not only that, but those wound rolls then count as an automatic, as a roll of 6 to wound. So it triggers any extra abilities and effects that things have, which is pretty nuts.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Some would say.
It is, yeah, 100%. Like that's the first thing that needs to change.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Cool. Now, because I'm Greater Thurian League as well, it means that I count the number of Judgment Tokens you have, as long as you have at least 1, as 1 higher than it is.
Okay.
So I don't count none to be 1, but if you have 1, I count it as 2. If you have 2, you count it as 3. So these guys, they're going to be hitting you with a -1. They'll be hitting you on 4s, but those 4s are all auto-wounding. And I'm rerolling 1s because I've got the multi-wave comms array, so I'm in range for the reroll 1s from the Kahl.
Cool.
Cool. 2 1s and nothing. Cool.
Lucky you had the ones
All right.
to do that.
That said, 2 hits automatically wound.
Yep.
Now these are -2 damage 2. You ignore the minus.
Save one.
The 2 damage.
Yep. So one's still alive.
Yep. So how many wounds do they have each?
It's 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay, cool. Probably 5 at this point.
No, it's 4.
Oh, all right. There you go. And then the big one, the Magna Rail Rifle. This will be hitting you on 4s once again. Rerolling 1s, and I still have my Greater Thurian League reroll as well. So, going for it. It's a 3. So I'm going to have to use my Greater Thurian League reroll on that one for this unit. It's a 6. So it does hit and automatically wounds. Go! With a 6. Now, normally it ignores invulns and has a -4 AP, but you don't care about any of that. Nope. 4+ and it's fine.
Well, I can't roll 4, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, cool. So that goes straight through, and this does D3 plus 3 damage.
We'll just go.
Well, so it does 5 damage in total, but because it was the automatic 6 to wound, damage spills over in the unit. So 6s to wound with Magna Rail weapons spill over inside the unit.
So it's how many with 6 wounds?
It was 5 wounds.
It's 5.
Plus the 2 from earlier. So you'll take the 2, and then you'll take 3, and then you take 2, and then you take 3 more on the next one. So it's down to 1. Cool. Alright. Like I said, I didn't expect them to kill the whole unit, but they'll do work.
Cool.
Alright, now we go on to the beam weapons. Now, alright, the Sagittars all have beam weapons. That one can shoot them. What I want to start with is the big guys, the conversion beamers. So these guys, the Brokia Thunderkin, have 3 SP conversion beamers. 30-inch range. These guys here, yeah. They're 30-inch range. They are Hunter 1, Strength 7, -2, 3 damage. Oof. And each time an attack made with this weapon hits a unit, if that unit was hit is wholly more than 15 inches away from the firing unit, and 1 additional hit is scored. So it's a bit wordy. Essentially, if you're more than 15 inches away,
you get 2 hits.
I get 2 hits for 1. And this is not a new thing. The conversion beamers that the Admech have the same thing.
Yeah.
But this is better because dwarfs.
Well, because you stack it with the whole I just hit you and then you just get wounds straight through and then damage carries over.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pretty dumb.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to target the Blood Crushers.
Yep.
And the reason this is these are all beam weapons. The way beam weapons work is once you've hit a unit, for every attack that you hit with, you draw a line between the firing unit and the target unit, firing model and target unit. If that line passes over any other units, you hit them as well.
Pretty cool. Are you getting 2 for 1s twice?
Exactly. So these are all going into the Skull Crushers, the Blood Crushers. Blood Crushers, not the Skull Crushers, the Blood Crushers.
They used to be called Skull Crushers, right?
I feel like they're called Skull Crushers in Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a Skull Master which rides the thing. So I always thought they were called that as well.
Now, Uthar the Destined has given them full command rerolls, full chapter master rerolls, because they're core apparently, because they need that.
Yep.
But also he has an ability where he can turn 1 hit roll, wound roll, save roll, or damage roll after the fact to a 6. So
It won't matter,
and there's
your fours just become sixes anyway.
So I'm going to be hitting them on 4s with full rerolls, and all of them can pass over the Bloodthirster as well. So they'll be hitting that for every hit. So 4s. Okay, full rerolls from Chapter Master, from Uthar the Destined. All right, they all hit anyway.
Cool.
So these all 3 hit, which scores 3 additional hits on the Blood Crushers.
Yep.
It will also then score 6 additional hits, because 2 for each one, on the Bloodthirster.
The carryover still work for
because
the models in the line?
It still scores a hit against...
Are you sure? It's not
I'll
the
double
target
check it.
unit though.
It doesn't state the target unit. The question is, do you make a wound roll against them, or does it hit as well? So I need to double check that.
Yeah.
We haven't used a lot of beam weapons. Make 1 wound roll against the target unit, and each other unit's line past it. So it's not another hit, it's just wound rolls. So I will make 3 wound rolls against the Bloodthirster.
Right, okay.
I have 3 auto wounds against the Blood Crushers.
Yep.
And then I have 3 additional hits against them.
But
I need to roll for their wounds.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes
They're strength 7, so they're wounding on 3s.
Yep.
Cool. All 3 wound.
Cool. So 6 at neg.
6 doesn't matter.
6 fours!
And these are 3 damage apiece, so it'll kill the unit.
Yep, instead.
Lovely. And then there are the 3 into the Bloodthirster. Now these are strength 7 against toughness.
T8.
T8, very tasty. It's going to be wounding you on 5s. So 5s. Okay, I make 1. Then I'm going to reroll 1 with my Thurian League reroll for this unit.
Yes.
Which wounds. And then I'm going to use Uthar the Destined's ability to turn the other fail into a 6 after the fact.
Cool.
It's going to be 3 wounds at whatever you're saving on.
Save 2.
Cool. So 3 damage.
3 damage.
Puts you down to 5 left you can take this phase, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So, while I'm over there, I may as well throw the other Sagittor into you. So, definitely in range there. Are they in range over there?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, you've got 5 wounds left there. This is interesting because I've got a bunch of different things I could do in order to make them work. I've got a CP I want to spend later on. So I'm going to start with the Sagittor that's nice and close there. It's going to put its bolt cannon into these guys here, the twin bolt cannon.
Yep.
And it's going to put its ion beamer into the Bloodthirster.
Yep.
Now the Sagittor, where are we? Sorry, the High-Las beam cannon, not the ion beamer.
High-Las.
High-Las.
So high.
Now this is heavy 2. It's one of the few heavy weapons in the book.
Cool.
So heavy 2, strength 9, -3, d6, and beam. Now beams are relevant here because there's no more targets behind them. And you've got 1 judgment token. So normally it would be 6s or auto wounds, but I'm counting it as 5s because I'm Thurian League.
Cool.
These are going to be hitting you on 3s because I'm well within 12.
Yep.
Alright, 2 just hits.
Cool.
Very nice. And this is strength 9, so 3s to wound.
Nice.
Oof, only 1 wound. And I'm going to use my Greater
reroll.
Thurian League reroll there. Nope, still 1 wound. APs are relevant.
Yep, safe.
Cool, lovely. And then the twin bolt cannon, which is going to be Hunter 6 into your blood letters. Hitting on 3s becomes 4s because you're outside of 12.
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
With 4 auto wounds, 1 natural hit, and I've already spent my Thurian League reroll. So wounding on a 3.
Oh, so that's not per unit.
It's per unit, but it was.
Oh,
I've already
sorry.
spent it on that
Yeah,
unit.
gotcha.
Cool. It doesn't wound.
Okay.
Cool. So 4
4.
at 4s.
4 fours.
These are -2 damage, but
They're 2 die.
cool. All right, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the other Sagittor. I'm going to start with the 2 into your Bloodthirster.
Yep.
It's still within 12, so 3s, 1 hit, and I'll use my Thurian League reroll on this one.
Go.
Whoop, auto wounds,
Nice.
and then I'll wound you on a 3. Nope.
Okay, so 1.
One of them.
So it's hit or wound.
Hit
Not
or wound,
Ah,
hit
okay,
and wound.
right.
Yeah.
4.
Loves it. Cool. And then the twin bolt cannon into the blood letters. All right, 2 auto wounds, and then 2 misses.
We hit on 4s.
Hit on 4, so yeah, just 2 auto wounds.
Okay.
Cool.
4s. Hey,
Loves
number
it.
6s.
Very nice.
Nice.
Now, I just need to check the range very quickly on Kahl's weapon. In my head, it's 12 inches, but it's always worth checking. The Volkanite Disintegrator is 18 inches.
Cool.
So he's going to put the Volkanite Disintegrator into your blood.
Are you over 12 there?
I would be, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll be hitting you on 3s instead of 2s. Now, the way that the Volkanite Disintegrator works is, it's like a Volkite weapon, but instead of 6s to wound, do a mortal wound in addition, 6s to hit, do a mortal wound, and I believe it ends the attack sequence. It does.
Okay.
So hitting
Pretty
on
cool.
hitting on 3s, looking for 5s to auto wound, and then 6s to mortal wound and stop. So ideally 6s.
Yeah, okay.
Get him. None. Oh. I'll use a reroll for Thurian League. No.
Okay.
Cool. And then Uthar the Destined, I don't think has the same weapon. Oh, he does. He's going to do the same thing.
Same thing!
Same thing.
Hey, that's what you want.
It's a mortal wound, and then 2 regular hits.
Would that be a hit? Oh, sorry, sequence end.
Yeah, sequence end. So 1 mortal wound. And it's only strength 5, so 5s.
Okay.
Nope. So 1 mortal wound. Cool. Alrighty. Then the last thing left to shoot is the Hearthkyn Pioneers, all the way over in this corner. And all I think I'll do is, because I want to clean them up, one of them will put everything into your bloodletters, and the other 2 put everything into the flesh hounds.
Cool.
So into the bloodletters will simply be a bolt shotgun. In fact, the other one that is in range will put his bolt shotgun into them as well.
Cool.
So 2 bolt shotguns, and then 1 magna. A bunch of stuff will go into them.
Yep.
2 bolt shotguns into the bloodletters.
Cool.
Hitting on 3s because I'm within 12.
Yep.
All right, 2 misses, and I'm not going to reroll those with anything.
So 1 auto wound.
1 auto wound and 1 regular wound. 3s. Yep. So 2 of them.
5s. 4s. Sorry. No.
2 more.
2 more die.
And then there's the Magna Coil autocannons on the front one. Hitting on 3s. 1 hit,
wound?
1 auto wound.
Yep.
And wounding on 3s. Nope. So just the 1.
4 die. Oh,
Cool.
That's
That's good. All right, and then the other ones, there's the 2 Magna Coil autocannons going into the flesh hounds.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s.
So is that everything into the bloodletter?
That's everything into the bloodletters.
Woo!
Cool. And what I should have done is spend a CP to reroll all hit rolls against them, which I might do, but I won't reroll this one because I've already seen it.
Okay.
But I'll spend a CP to reroll all hit rolls against a unit that has judgment tokens.
So what
It's
are you
called-
fishing for? Wounds, I are here.
I'm going to have to roll a bunch to wound anyway, but my plan earlier was to spend this stratagem on the flesh hound to try and put a lot of damage through.
Well, because 3 already go, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to reroll these.
Oh, you're not
I'm
rerolling
saying
these.
I've already rolled that dice pool, so I'm not going to touch that dice pool.
Yeah, right.
I'll take it,
for the
take
rest
it at that.
of their shooting.
For the rest of them, because I'm remembering now, I'm going to use. It is called Ancestral Sentence. You can reroll the hit roll. So, cool.
For how many CP?
1. You need a judgment token on the unit already.
So you
But,
can
yeah.
put them anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. So 3 auto wounds already, and then 2 regular hits,
Yep.
which I need to wound on 3s, because they're toughness 3 or toughness 4.
They're T5.
T5 could be spicy.
No, they're toughness 4. It's the Karnak's T5.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so T4.
Cool. This is the Magna Coil autocannon, strength 7 anyway. 3s, 2 more wounds, so 5 of them. Please.
5.
Yep.
5 4s.
Oh, okay.
So 3. Damage what?
These are damage 2.
Damage 2. So you kill 2.
So they're 2 wounds each, are they?
Yeah.
Spicy. Alright, cool. Then I've got 9 shots.
Oh, yeah, so the mental at the same time.
Yep. 9 shots with the Hunter 9 Hylas rotary cannon. Hitting on 3s with full rerolls. Okay, so those are definitely getting rerolls. I've got
Fish for 6s.
2 auto wounds.
Fish for 6s.
No,
Oh, boring.
2 more auto wounds.
Okay.
Cool, and then these are going to be wounding on 3s.
Yep.
And then I'll use my Thurian League reroll on the 1 fail.
Can't reroll. Oh, no, so you
This
rerolled
is
it.
rerolling wounding.
Yeah, sorry.
Wounds. Yep. Cool. So
five?
it's going to be all 9 wounds.
9.
Cool. And these are damage 1 though.
Pause. Very good. So you kill another one.
Cool. And do a wound.
Yeah.
Lovely. Alrighty. And I think that is pretty much going to do it for shooting. Charges are interesting. I think I want to force you to charge me so I get to Overwatch stuff. So I
Yep.
think I'm going to call it there. For no prisoners, I only killed I killed 3 and then 4. I killed 7 models, 8, 9 models. So I didn't quite score that one. No characters are dead, and I'm still not in your deployment zone. So no points.
It's looking bleak
Yeah.
for Khorne.
Oh yeah. So I guess we'll be back then for Khorne turn 2.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah, we don't have much.
No.
So we're just going for some kills.
It's Khorne.
So
Let's do it.
I discarded 2 of my mission objectives. I got rid of Tempting Target because what I was hoping, the Bloodletter that was here, failed morale again.
Yeah. It's scared bloodletters, which is
Really annoying because I could have got onto the objective, which would have scored me a lot of points. It would have scored me 2 of my secondaries, and then it would have scored me good on primary. So
I mean, you did score 12 on primary
yeah, but
because I've moved off objective, so that's handy.
it's all right. But so what we got instead is we got Blood and Guts, and we got Capture Enemy Outpost. So yeah, they're just
Control the one in my
Yeah.
zone. Very nice.
So Capture Enemy Outpost is, as Dalton said, is control the objective in his deployment zone. And then Blood and Guts is also, I just need to kill 2 units in melee.
Which I think you're very capable
could
of
happen.
doing.
Could happen this time around. So
Yep.
let's just pray.
Let's do it.
Pray to the Blood Gods. So yeah, movement quickly. All we've done is we've just moved out here, over here. Karnak has just stayed there because we need the point. And then Bloodthirster has just moved in between here. We want to get charges off over onto that shooty unit.
Definitely.
It's a bit annoying because in hindsight, I mean, whatever. Hindsight, it's 2020, right? Whatever. If I had 1 more Warpstorm point, I'd be able to do Burning Terror because you're wholly within the terrain piece.
I am.
Which would have been awesome, and it would have been the other guy as well. But I've only got 1, which is so frustrating. So,
but the -1 to hit, it would have been good if this was a bigger army and it cascaded more.
to be honest, like you spiked really well with the rolling
that I
too.
did,
So it was
yeah.
sort of like I think on an average roll, it was still the definitely
the right decision to do.
right just choice. And like I said in I addressed this pretty heavily in the Daemons review, which will be coming out soon. If you can find a way to harness the Warpstorm thing, I think the army has a lot of good sort of mid, sort of B plus tier.
Yep.
It's definitely not an A tier army. Bellicles Musk, yada yada yada.
Yep.
But and the only other hindrance in this situation is because I've only taken Khorne. I don't have a lot of stratagems, and again, when the review comes out, check that out because I addressed that as kind of one of my gripes is that you're very very limited in your stratagem support compared to every other army, which is
unfortunate.
Which does suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna shoot.
Yep.
We're just gonna do our auto hitting flamer into you there.
Yep. Which unit are you targeting? I assume.
Yeah, well, because everyone else has characters, right? I don't really have. I can't.
You got two boats.
Yeah, I'm not
2
boats.
Sagittals.
So into your whatever they are.
The
Chunky boys.
Chunky boys.
Chunky boys. So
Dwarfs in chunky armor.
D6 auto hits.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
Big old 5. I'll pull up their data sheet.
So strength 5. I'm probably wounding 4s.
I'm going to assume their toughness 5.
Yeah.
These are the Brockier Thunderkin. T5, 3 wounds, 3+ save.
4s. Okay, so 4.
Yep.
Pretty good.
AP.
4 at -2.
-2, so it becomes -1. So with cover, I'm saving on 3s.
Cool.
Cool, and these are damage.
Damage 1.
Alright. I made fail 1.
Woo!
So one of them is on 2 wounds left.
Go. Charges.
Let's do it. Who's charging?
Bloodthirst is going to charge into your dudes.
I so want to overwatch it here, but it's not where I should overwatch, so I'm going to let you do it.
Double 1s. 7.
In he goes.
So how far is it to come over here?
More than 7.
Is it?
To be across here,
Yeah,
so you'd be
yeah.
in the middle of them. I assume in here.
No, just touch it. Like just come, like that.
Boop, that'll do it.
Yep.
Lovely.
Yep. And then over here.
This is where I'm saving the Overwatch for.
Oh, 3. Wow,
God.
guys.
It was a good thing you're close.
Good thing I'm close. All right, yeah.
Right, so over here I've got the Overwatch.
Yep.
So I'll start with the big one, the Highlights Rotary Cannon, hitting you on 6s, which will auto wound.
Nice.
1-6.
Nice.
Now I've rolled 2 5s here. It's worth pointing out the way that Eye of the Ancestors works. If I can't naturally hit on that roll, it doesn't count as an auto wound, even though those would normally trigger.
That's a good little bit of a balance that's in there.
I mean, right.
At least they thought about something,
Yeah.
guys.
Sorry, so one auto wound.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yep.
4. Yep.
Cool, and then there are the 3 shotguns, 6s. Nothing.
Ooh.
And then there are the 3 Magna Coil autocannons, 6s.
Doesn't 2 have 1 and 1 has another thing?
So 2 have...
Don't have 2 have a magnet.
It doesn't replace anything, they just take 1 as well.
Oh.
Again, it's
nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, wow, nothing.
It's another dude in the back just carrying a gun.
Cool. Have you got 2 CP?
I don't anymore. You're gonna kill stuff, it's fine.
Well, you know, one can only hope, right?
Yeah. Fair.
Okay. So it doesn't, you can't interrupt anyway, right? So it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. Do you want to start over there?
We'll start here,
Cool.
because we're here. And if this doesn't go well, then
Yeah.
the game's over.
So
I mean, the game's over anyway, but...
Defensively, I'm toughness 5 with 3 or 4 wounds and a 4+. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. There's a Brock here.
Oh my god, I do have a ranged attack.
Yeah? Do you want to throw it in?
Yeah, I will throw,
What?
I will throw that in. Will it
You
matter?
would have failed your charge if you kill anything.
How many wounds do they have?
3 wounds each.
I have a CP to reroll a charge. I have 2.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah,
Carry on.
so I will definitely do that, because I want this unit dead.
Yep.
So,
they're T5, 3 wounds, 4+ save.
I probably won't even kill one, to be honest.
That's fair.
So Burning Raw, so Assault D6,
Yep.
auto hitting.
Lovely. Big old flamers.
Oh, that's
pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Strength 4.
So 5s to wound. Yep.
5s to wound.
Get him. Oh wow.
Pretty good.
That's very good. Cool.
So 6 at neg 1.
6 at neg 1, so 4+ saves.
Oh, 4+ base.
Yeah.
Okay.
You kill
Oh,
exactly
kill
one.
1! Okay.
Which
so,
will
so I
mean-
have to spend my CP.
You've got to spend your CP to reroll the charge.
Which is fine, because like I said, I don't have stratagems for anything anyway, and the other
Yep.
CP, whatever. Don't roll a 3. Okay, good.
There you go. 11, now you're in.
So I'll probably end up being like here.
Yeah, you would. You'd come
My
all the way in.
11.
Cool. And then do you want to carry on with those,
Yeah,
those
running
attacks?
attacks. All right, so 3, 6, 9, and 4 is 13.
Yep.
Getting
All the dice out here.
Cool. 3, 6, 9, 4. Yeah, cool.
Lovely.
I'm hitting on 3s.
Get in there. So yeah, toughness 5, 4+ save. Okay.
You say toughness 5?
Toughness
So I'm
5.
winning on 4s.
Strength 5. Get in there.
Not great.
All right.
That was really
3 of them?
uneventful. 3.
AP.
Neg 2.
Neg 2 becomes neg 1, so I'm saving on 5s.
Oh, yep. These are damage 2, actually.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Saving on 5s, I've saved 1.
Yep.
So I think
So,
I'm going to kill 1.
The reason why it's damage 2, so normally damage 1, if you charge, you get +1 damage.
That's cool.
It's one of the reasons why I like them.
That's cool. So I'll just kill one of the generic dudes, not the one with the rotor cannon.
Yep.
Because it would be enough to kill that one.
Yeah. So if I rolled a little bit better, guys, that would have been dead.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Cool.
And then I'll just do my consolidation like that.
Yep. Classic stuff.
Bloodthirster.
The big boy himself.
We're probably gonna do our. What's their How many wounds do they have?
They have 3 wounds apiece.
Okay.
Yeah, toughness 5, 3 wounds apiece with a 3+ armor save.
Okay.
And they are near Uthar, so they have a 5+ invulnerable save.
Okay. So they'll have a 5 up. So we'll do our big strike.
Yep.
Because unfortunately, I picked the relic for get wounds back rather than the +1 damage, which in this instance would have been so much better because I would have had 16 attacks.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8 attacks at hitting on 2s.
Love it.
Of course, I roll 2 1s. I can't do anything better.
Yep.
And then we are wounding on 2s.
Yep.
Because we're strength 16.
Get him.
Nice.
Very
so
nice.
you have 2, 4, 6 at neg 4.
So neg 4 becomes neg 3. So I'll be saving it 6s on my armor, but I'll take it on my invuln, which is 5+.
Yep.
Because I'm near both Kahls actually, with the Rampart Crests, which give the aura of invulns.
Cool.
Which can never be modified by any range changes, for some reason.
By range changes?
Yeah,
You can't make that 9
yeah.
inches or whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. But then also
which
you can't make it less? So I can't turn that into a 3?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Which is fine.
I think that's okay.
No, I think you can make it smaller, it just can't be improved.
Okay.
So, yeah, alright.
Whatever.
5s. These are damage 3 each, I imagine?
D3 +3.
Alright, lovely.
Yeah.
So I need to make 4 of these.
Okay. You don't make a single one.
No, I don't. So they are all dead.
So that unit's dead. Yay, we've killed something.
Yep, which, guess what that means? You're getting a judgment token
Oh, that's fine.
because you killed a unit.
Doesn't matter. Okay. You got morale for me here? Can they not fail?
Because I'm -2, right? Or -1?
No, you're -1.
Okay, so the Hearthkyn Pioneers, I'm assuming they're leadership 7 or 8. Leadership 8, they lost 2, and they're -1. So on a 6.
Nope. Unfortunate.
Cool. He'll fight back, though.
Yep.
With 3 attacks plus 1 because he's got the dude in the back.
Real quick.
Yes.
On Blood Drinker Talisman, if you kill a model in combat, on 5 ups, you get wounds back.
Very cool.
So this is the, it caps at 6. And don't get a single one, of course.
These guys will be hitting you on 3s at strength 4 with they're not combat weapons.
Okay.
So 3s. So one's an auto wound and one's a regular hit, and I'll use a Greater Thurian League reroll on one of these.
I think it's hilarious that your auto wounds still work on combat.
It shouldn't. It
like,
shouldn't.
we're a shooting army, but we can also auto wound you in combat? How?
just the one.
Okay, 4. Yay!
Cool.
Okay, good.
All right. Interesting.
Interesting.
Do you score points?
I don't know, probably not.
Fair enough.
So, Blood and Guts, I killed 1 unit. It's really annoying I didn't kill this unit.
Yeah, I mean, you will, though.
Well, yeah. And then no prisoners. I've killed 5 models.
Yep. Another 10. All the little guys are coming out, so
Yeah.
yeah, you get there.
So I'll probably, can you just consolidate me 3 inches closer?
Yep. Do you want to touch anyone or not?
Nah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, do you have fallback and shoot?
Yeah, I do with something.
Wait, can the beam weapons, you can't shoot them in combat though, can you?
I believe they're heavy, so I can't.
What do you mean? You're a vehicle.
Oh yeah.
So of course you can. You just neg 1.
Yes,
okay, so it's not really going to matter. Actually, no, I will tag the vehicle.
Just the vehicle?
Just the vehicle.
Yep.
Because it's going to stop you zipping over and taking an objective.
Not a problem.
Oh, can I? Oh no, I was going to say, because this is the one with the guys in it.
Yes, but you're not going to be able to get
That's
back.
what I can't get to that.
Yep. So you do want to tag that one?
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Right.
Oh, no, actually,
No?
I don't.
Alright,
I
cool.
don't. Because I'm phase locked to 8 wounds anyway, and then
Right.
also I want to get here for capture enemy outpost.
That is true.
So I want to make sure I've got movement, and you're probably going to consolidate into me, like charge into me anyway.
Oh, I'm definitely going to try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is awesome. Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Well, on that note, let's be right back for League's turn 3.
Push.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah.
Better.
Oh, look, you killed some stuff.
Killed some stuff.
You're on your way to no prisoners. I've got little guys out now, so you can get there.
Cool.
At the end of your turn, I put a judgment token on Karanak because it was the only eligible target because you're on an objective there that you control.
Yep.
So now everyone's got judgment tokens.
Yep.
No, neither of my Kahls could see anyone but the Bloodthirster.
Yep.
So I put an extra one on that. So it's got 3. Doesn't matter for Thurian League. You can never do it better than a 4+. So even with the Thurian League +1. So it's just there.
Still super strong.
Oh yeah, wait, yeah.
Still super strong.
100%. So we'll crack right on into movement. This bike just fell back. And then over here, this Sagittor zipped over here to grab the objective.
Yep.
These Hearthkyn moved over there. This Sagittor forgot to move over here.
Yeah, I figured you were going to.
Do you mind if I...
No, yeah, of course, that's fine.
He's just going to move his 12 up here. Yep, up to about there. So we can see the flesh hounds.
Yep.
Up here. Still can't see Karanak because he's building in the way.
Building in the way.
These disembarked from that Sagittor and are coming and standing nearby. Ideally, if I don't kill him this turn, I can maybe entice out his flamer shots and then use reactive reprisal to shoot him back. But otherwise, they're going to shoot him.
Cool.
And then both Kahls, Uthar the Destined, or Charlie the Destined, as he's been nicknamed in our streams, has just pulled up here because they're Kahls. It's a Bloodthirster, they're going to hit it.
Makes sense. It's
Yep.
like Mines of Moria all over again.
Oh, absolutely, they're all about this.
It's Balin against the Balrog.
Yep, absolutely.
I don't know if Balin fought the Balrog. He didn't know.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Balin, he was killed by something, but probably orcs. I don't know. And over here, the Grimnir has just swung back to make it a little bit further away from the Bloodthirster.
Yep.
But it's still going to try and cast powers.
Got them.
So I'm going to go for Interface Echo to start with, needing a 5.
What does that do again?
+1 CP.
Oh yeah.
Needing a 5. Getting it with a 7.
Nice.
You going to try and deny that with anything?
No.
All right.
I'm going to save my CP deny for mortal wounds.
Fair enough. And then I'm going to cast Fortify.
Hold on. Sorry. Quickly.
Oh yes. Whoops on points.
Whoops on points.
Whoops on points.
Woo!
Oh boy.
Got a lot. Yay.
Is that what, 6?
No. That one. I'd move that one.
Yeah. So 6.
Oh yeah, 6. Yeah.
Wow.
Go.
Cool. All right. And then I'm going to go and cast Fortify, needing a 6.
Okay.
Not getting it.
Okay.
All game. Not getting it. That's all right. And then because it's a high Grimnir, it gets to cast an extra one. Also, I should have noted, it is getting +1 to cast within 18 inches of a model with judgment tokens.
Okay.
But it wouldn't have helped either way.
So you like just concentrate harder because you're like,
he's
do the power better.
He's real judgy.
He needs to be judged.
Exactly.
He's got his little, what's the hammer thing that it's called?
A gavel.
Is that what it's called?
A gavel. The judge's hammer. It's about gavel. Yeah.
I gavel you with lightning.
Yep. So he's going to use Smite, or Lightning Gavel apparently.
Yep.
Needing a 5, but I get a +1. 12, which is +1 to 13. Natural perils.
Funny, because if I deny, I stop him from killing himself.
You do.
But I have to, so I'll spend my con.
I think you do want to,
CP,
because
yeah.
what the Corvs in the unit do is they just kill a Corv instead of taking perils.
It's the same thing.
So I'm just going to lift one of them.
So 4 up. Nope.
All right. So it's going to be a Super Smite. Big old D6. Get him. A 4.
Cool.
So 4 mortal wounds.
Pretty good.
Okay. And I do take a perils, which does mean I do just kill one of the Corvs, the little assistant robots. So one of them just dies. Does take me off that objective.
Gotta roll your D3 for.
No. When I take perils with the Grimnir, that's what the Corvs do. They just eat the perils and die. Okay. That's it. And it doesn't splash.
Eldar doesn't even have that.
Eldar just don't take it.
Oh yeah, true. They do. They're fasties.
They're fasties. Yeah, they just don't take it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. That's fine. On to the big one, shooting.
Bloodthirster, stay alive.
All
Bloodthirster,
of
stay alive.
Okay. I mean, he'll survive shooting. You've got 12 wounds. I can't do it.
Yeah, but I want him to, still be alive.
Yeah. So I'm going to start with. I'll just start with the big old unit of Hearthkyn Warriors that just got out. They have an EtaCarn Plasma Beamer, which is a pretty cool weapon. What's up?
I gotta remember that. If you're within 12 of the Flesh Hounds it's +1 to that.
Oh, that's
so then
cool.
it becomes a 3.
That's cool.
Which that would have denied it.
Flesh are very far away.
Yeah.
But yes.
Well, I think Karanak counts because he's got the Flesh Hound keyword.
Also very far away.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So the EtaCarn Plasma Beamer, 18 inches, Hunter 1. It's a beam weapon targeting your Bloodthirster.
Cool.
Hitting on a 3. That's an auto wound.
Cool.
The negative doesn't matter,
4.
and it is damage 2.
Nope.
Damage 2.
Yep.
Cool. And then there are just going to be there's going to be a EtaCarn Plasma Pistol, 3s, also an auto wound. And then the 3 ion blasters. These are all damage 2. 2 of them auto wound, and one of them is just a regular hit, which will wound on a 5. Nope, with a Thurian League reroll, because everything. So 3 of them, they'll all be the same, and they're all 2 damage.
One goes through.
Cool. Then we'll do the other squad of Hearthkyn Warriors, because they're there as well. Start with the Magna Rail cannon, because it could just do the next 4 wounds. Misses, but I'll use the... It can reroll it because it's near... It's got the multi-comms... What's it called? It's late, I'm tired. It's called the multi-wave comms array, which makes it count as though it's within range of the Kahl's ability, as long as it's within 24 inches.
Okay, I was going to say, please tell me there's a range on that.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's like the guard's comms net thing.
Yeah.
So rerolling that one because it's a 1.
Cool.
Hits and auto wounds. You get your 4 up. Okay. Nope, it does D3 plus 3 damage, which just does the next 4 to you because that's all you can take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're down to 4 wounds, and there's no more shooting that can affect it.
No.
All right. So with that in mind, that's going to be way out of range there. So the only other shooting left is this Sagittor into those Flesh Hounds. That's going to be the Ion Beamer.
Cool.
Just heavy 2, hitting on 3s. Do you have them -1 up?
No, I don't.
Do you want to have it up?
No, because then I can't do my +1 attack.
Fair enough. Hitting on 3s. Oops. Sent one of those. Okay. So you've got 1 judgment token. So the 5 counts as a wound, and the 4 needs to be rolled. Strength 9, so 2s. Yep. So 2 wounds. These are all damage 2. Oh, sorry, these are damage D6, I think.
So one goes through.
Yep,
so it just kills
kill
that
the
one.
wounded one. And then the 6 shots from the twin bolt cannon, hitting you on 3s. Alright, so there's 1 miss, which I'll use Thurian League reroll for. Still misses. Cool.
Good rolling.
3 auto wounds, 2 that I need to roll for.
Yep.
2 more wounds. So 5 wounds, these are all damage 2.
Pause.
Alright, that's 2 more.
2 more.
Ouch.
Do you love how
Okay.
the differential in rolling, how good that is?
It's, yeah.
It's great.
And that's going to be it for shooting. So somewhere to put stuff.
Tempest, there's always so much stuff around.
So, on to charges. Who's going to charge?
Cool.
Charlie's going to charge. No, the Kahl's going to charge the Bloodthirster.
Cool.
Do you want Overwatch or not?
I have no CP.
Oh, fair enough. Get in. That definitely makes him with a 10. Wow. And then Charlie, the Destined,
The Destined.
going in for 12.
Oh, Jesus.
Good lord.
Wow.
Okay, they're both in. So I'm going to need to pull up their combat profiles.
Are you not doing the little gribbers?
No, I'm not going to feed you more points for no prisoners.
Why not?
So, going to pull up Uthar the Destined's actual name.
Okay.
We all know it's Charlie. So 5 attacks with his Blade of the Ancestors.
So crazy that 4s are going to just straight up auto win with it.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
An unmodified hit roll of 6 inflicts 2 mortal wounds and ends the attack sequence.
Oh god.
It does 3 mortal wounds if the target has any judgment tokens.
Oh, what the hell, man? This is a joke.
This is the only named character in the entire
Doesn't
book.
matter. It's ridiculous. How many attacks?
So
5.
5.
And you're hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s, but attack roll attacks of 6 do the mortal wounds, not wounds.
Yeah, no, I get I gotcha.
So hitting on 2s, yep.
Because you just fish for 6s, right?
Well, I can't reroll anything. I've got the Thurian League reroll, but I haven't got self rerolls. That's gonna immediately do 3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
You've only got 1 wound left after that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use Uthar's ability to just turn one of these to a 6 as well. And then it does.
So
6.
he can do that on himself.
Yeah. It's any friendly Greater Thurian League model within 6 inches.
I understand why Germany has just canned this whole army. This is super dumb. Does it explode? Nope.
Good. Charlie, killing a Bloodthirster. I mean, taking the last couple of wounds of a Bloodthirster, but
Yeah.
still. Yeah. And that will score me Assassinate at the end of that turn as well.
That's super crazy that essentially whenever he goes into combat, he just auto does 3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
That is...
Assuming he hasn't used that, because you can use that ability once per battle round. So assuming he hasn't done it on like something else, because you want a lot of guns doing it as well.
Didn't you do that on a gun before?
That was in the last battle round because you killed them.
Oh, so it's per battle round?
Per battle round, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not per battle?
Not per battle. Per battle round.
still
Not per turn either.
Yeah, still super dumb. Yeah, so that's how broken and powerful Leagues of Votann is.
Yep.
But yeah, cool. I mean, 1,000 points is always tough in
Yes.
general. The game is not designed for 1,000 points.
No.
So
1,500 though, I think is good.
yeah, in terms of in general, yeah. Leagues
you gotta
will still
keep
be
painting.
very, 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 very
Oh,
strong.
absolutely. So,
And
look, I mean, all right, I'll say this now. I love squats. As you can see, I've got an army I've been working on for ages. Leagues are broken. They need to be reined in.
yeah,
There are counters out there. There's hard counters to them. But that's not a way to write a game. You don't want a game where you've got, like, oh, this army will always beat this army, and this one always beats all of these, and this whole circle thing.
Yeah.
That's not fun for anybody.
no.
yeah.
I said this off camera before, but if I was to play, and I understand the decisions made by certain communities out there against this.
I think it's a bit early doors.
It is. The only thing I will say is
Yep.
that I think that you obviously, without raw data, it is hard to say.
Yep.
But I'm sure those people have played games because it's been leaked and stuff, and they've seen it. And to be honest, I feel that people are going to get the wide masses of the competitive environment globally are going to get the same feelings they did with AdMech, the same feelings they did with Tyranids, the same feelings they did with Orcs and stuff.
Tau.
And
those, yeah.
well, Tau wasn't
It was pretty bad when it came out.
bad as those others, I don't think.
That's fair. Maybe Drakari even. That was pretty bad when that
Yeah,
was.
so like literally to the point where I wouldn't
Yep.
be surprised if if this was at a tournament and people they'd be like, I'm not playing. Like I'm just because
which
it's not
which is unfortunate, but
yeah, it's not fun.
But
It's not
also,
fun. It's not a fun experience.
That's the
and
thing,
that's the problem where you go
Yep.
like before when we had you're shooting over into all that stuff. It's just well, I just do stuff. And
Yeah.
then I can just dictate anything that happens.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
not when you take player agency away from the game. That is really a poor part. It's poor game design, and it's not for the for the betterment of the community and what the game is about. Now,
Yep.
I'm not talking about hobby. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking as a game.
Yes.
Generally driven towards competitive. I mean,
Yep.
Goonhammer just put out an article.
I mean, it was pretty tongue-in-cheek, but yeah.
It was tongue-in-cheek, but also like it was directly.
Basically saying, don't take this as a casual game.
And also
Like,
like the crusade part. They're like, don't play this in
just don't
crusade
do it.
because it's not fun. So
Yeah.
if
you do, like house rule a bunch of it, just tone it right
Yeah.
down. Like it
So
needs to be brought down.
if you have if you look at it from, not getting all upset because I don't like dwarfs and whatever, I understand that.
Yep.
But if you take that as other people, I haven't said those things, as other people have said, you go, that's what people are saying, that's automatically a bad product. Like that's not what you want out of a product.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not leagues are going to be touched by the data slate.
I hope they do.
I don't think they will be.
They want to sell models.
Yeah, they're going to want to push this release pretty hard. They're going to want to sell
Yep.
models. So all those people out there, if you're going to comment and say, oh, they're going to get nerfed day one, they're not at all. They're probably going to see 2-3 months.
I reckon you'll see like a month before their FAQ and errata comes out.
Yeah.
And that will be like a first wave of nerfs.
Yeah.
And the balanced data slate will bring them right down. Now, I'm hoping, like, if they nerf them into the ground, I don't care. I'm still going to play them. Dwarf's cool.
Yeah.
But
cool.
I'm hoping that they just light touch them, just bring them down. They can sit where Nids are, where they're a top tier army, but they're not oppressive to play against.
Yeah.
That's where I want them to be, because I love Space Dwarfs.
Yeah.
This is too much.
It is.
Yeah. So if you're gonna play them, tone it down. Like just have fun.
That would be an
Yeah.
interesting matchup, but yeah.
That'd be interesting, yeah.
We'll keep working when we get the box, when Games
Yep.
Workshop decides to finally send us some stuff,
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be doing all the models legit, properly, and everything,
Absolutely.
and try and get it out to you guys as quick as possible. Thank you everybody for watching, and good game.
Yeah, good game. Cheers.
Ish, good game. We got Demons on the channel finally, so
We do.
yeah.
You've seen a lot more of those because
yeah.
they're really cool.
We've had Demons on streams. You would have seen that. Stay tuned for more content. See you in the outro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your first time facing Leagues of Votann?
Yeah.
I've played a few games with them now to get used to the rules. All of the external stuff aside, because they're busted as balls, internally they're quite good.
That's good.
The Brockia Thunderkin, I think, are the only unit I haven't used yet.
They're the Berserker ones?
No, they're the the Brockia in this game are the only ones I hadn't used before.
Okay.
They're the long-range, heavy firepower exosuits. The other ones are the Berserks and the I Need Champion. The only other two models I haven't tried yet.
Cool.
But I tried this one and they felt good. On paper, they're very they're slow. They kind of hold back. Their guns are fine, but of course, very good. But they were good to play. The whole army feels good. It's very slow. Even with the Sagittars, they kind of got halfway up the board.
I did notice that, yeah.
Yeah.
You were kind of relegated to the back. That's okay, because you're really your strong point shooting, right? So it
Exactly,
kind of works
yeah,
that way.
Yeah, it trades off really well. The shooting's more powerful than it needs to be for that to work.
Yeah.
But that said, they do feel good to play. They move in the way you want them to. They're slow. They're tough. They shoot well. The transports are really cool. I love that the Sagittar, you split a unit between two of them and they go off and do their own thing. It's a really cool thing. I love that unit.
Yeah.
It's cool. And the new models are just epic.
Yeah.
So
That's down to personal preference, for sure.
you don't like them, do you?
I hate them. I think the whole model range is disgusting.
love them.
But
Awesome.
Demons as well. I mean, it's not a really good showcase of Demons. They definitely have some really strong, it's Khorne specifically, strong
Yes.
melee output.
Oh, yes.
I think Demons, which we've done a review of the Codex, which will be coming out shortly.
We had that live stream the other night as well, so you can go check that out for a proper 2,000 point game of Demons.
And that'll be a whole bunch of different demons in that.
Ooh, yes.
Be'lakor and a whole bunch of other stuff. So
Tasty.
trying and showing as much of a variety of the demons there. But, sometimes a strong melee army can be a good counter to a shooting army, depending on circumstances. So,
Not if they fail all their charges turn one.
yeah, pretty much.
To be fair, I think
That's a Locky error.
That needed to go differently. But that would have been cool.
Yeah, would have been. Yeah. Because you're not super durable. So
I'm
in
really
melee,
not.
yeah.
It doesn't feel like it on paper. They're like, oh, they've got wood armor and they've got all this stuff. No, they'll die.
Yeah,
The 4-up saves everywhere.
Yeah,
That's what
which
does
is
it.
So big thanks everybody for watching.
Massive thanks to Think That Creative for producing it. So you guys get it all nice and quick because this is, I think, our fastest turnaround on a video.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah.
So thank you, Nathan, for doing all your phenomenal work on that one.
Big thanks to all our Patreon members. You are amazing.
All
That
the
is
names
growing
down
more
here
and
somewhere.
more and more, which is awesome. You're helping us buy more models and do all these bits and pieces to help give you the content that you guys want to see. And if you want to come be part of our bigger, ever-growing community, and it is growing, join
yeah.
our Discord.
It's huge now.
It's massive.
We should to get a bunch of moderators in.
Yeah, we have mods
It's
now,
good.
and I have no idea what's happening. I got told that once that if you don't know everyone's name, you've officially made it as a Discord server.
Oh, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, we're in there a bit, not as much as we'd like to, but there's a whole other massive group of
There's
people.
everything there. There's hobby for all sorts of games, 40k, Age of Sigmar, Blood Bowl, Fantasy, Bolt Action, other stuff as well.
Yeah.
That's all going on. We run events through there.
Yep.
All of our club days. We run a local club down in Melbourne, so come down and be involved.
100%.
We're running a bunch of events, a whole bunch of them next year, another couple to go this year. It's all organised through there, or through there first at least, so you get all first preference access.
Yes.
That's where to be.
Thanks everybody for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. As usual, we love you. See you on the
next
next
time.
one.